All right, Pops. Let's talk about my Steelers beating on the Colts. We didn't really beat on them, but we did get the dub, Pops. I'm excited. Did not expect to get that one. I thought maybe JT might run a little too heavy, but I got to remember who my coach is, Pops, and Mike T is gonna make sure he eliminates the main problem, and make sure you beat us, the way you're not supposed to beat us. Shout out to Coach T for being able to dial that up the right way. Shout out to the defense for playing balls to the wall, fellas. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. And then when JT did get the ball, you made sure you stayed home. Thank you so much because he was ready to get loose. He was ready to get loose again. And then we also took out the MVP, Danny Dimes, Pops, in my opinion. I know a lot of people want to neglect a little bit from him because JT was performing so well, but he's underneath the new system, new players, new everything, and he was balling, and nobody thought that he would even be able to play well. And then after that, he wasn't even supposed to have the starting job. So I was very excited to get that dub, Pops, especially before they get Sauce Gardner. That's I know I do not want that problem. So what you think about the Steelers getting the win over the Colts, Pops, and the fact that the AFC North, I guess, is in the weird bracket to where Pittsburgh's we're at the top right now, and everyone else seems to be trying to figure out what they got going on.
I'm really impressed with Steelers, especially their defense. Their offense is playing all right, but I'm telling their defense really come to play. They shut them down in every facet.
I would really like to see Caleb Johnson used more in the offense. I just want to see if he can go. Um, I I think we've seen exactly what what Warren's gonna give us, respectfully, and I'm okay with that. But that's not gonna get us an offensive victory in the playoffs consistently. So I need to see something out of Caleb Johnson as a reliever, or to be able to come in and say, hey, I'm going to pick up some of these pass blocks. And they can know I'm coming in for pass blocks or whatnot. It don't matter. I'm going to pick up on all these pass blocks because he was working on his pass blocks a whole lot in the offseason with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if that's something that we love him for, let's utilize some of these opportunities that we got. But I think we have to get more assertive on offense, like you kind of just nodded to a little bit, Pops, in order to win playoff games, especially against a lot of these teams in the AFC, because the AFC West is dangerous. The AFC East is dangerous. I don't like the Patriots. I don't like the Bills. It's it's a lot of high-powered offenses with solid quarterbacks or great quarterbacks or some of the best, if not the best quarterbacks, and they're going to get it done. And I think that at the end of the day, we just have to be able to produce with their style of offense to a certain degree in order to be able to stay in the game, because I think our defense can keep us in the game for so long unless our defense can stay 100% consistent in the playoffs. But so far throughout the season, we've had some shaky games to where if we have one of those in the playoffs, I'm not sure if our offense is going to be able to get us out of that, no matter how good A-Rod plays.
I think they got enough offensive talent they can.
I think we do too. But the receiving core is a little shaky, so if they want to make sure DK don't do nothing, we're dependent on everybody else to do something, or we're dependent on Warren to make something happen in the run game.
When you got Fireman's and Juju too. That's what they got the tight end for. That's what Juju was for.
Nah, Juju plays for Kansas City. You mean
Yep. That
You
Juju
mean
kid at
you
one.
mean I know what you're saying. I'm not trying to correct you, Dad. You mean Jonnu Smith?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
John.
mean Jonnu Smith, the tight end that we picked up. I wasn't. I was
Yeah.
just trying to. I was just trying to let them know. So I wasn't trying to correct you. But yeah, Jonnu Smith, tight end.
They said with them already having Firemouth there.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at that. I think that we could make a few things shake. Um, but that's gonna wrap up. You know how I feel about my Steelers, pops. Do you want to say anything else about my Steelers? I know you're a Vikings fan, pops, but yeah, I had to talk about my Steelers real quick.
I'll wait to see how they do.
Me too.
Damage.
I just want to see us be. Well, we're playing Steelers football, but we're not fully there. We're getting there. We just haven't, established our offense yet, like you stated, pops. And I think if we can do that, I think we got a good shot, in the playoffs. Other than that, it's gonna be tough in that AFC playoff bracket, pops. And shit, we're gonna have to wait and see.
I got it this one. Defense can keep you in it. Always. And offense can always win on the last drive. And you got all the capability with that team to do such things.
And we did get Kyle Duggar, 77 out of 78 snaps on week 1 from the Patriots, baby. We needed it. Let's get into the next segment, pops. We got subscribe to the Juice and Pop Show.